Welcome back to an episode of Wrestling Around. This week it's our 102nd episode special. We're doing Room 102, so the BBC cast to us. Basically, it's Room 101, but our own version. And it's not been done in wrestling before, I don't think. I don't think it's on a YouTube channel. I don't think Lou's been on one. But I don't think it's been done. I think this is a brand new concept. It's a bit like when we did the tier list. Nobody had ever done that before.
Exactly.
But joining me for this special episode is not Terry Peters, who still doesn't care about you. He's at the cinema still, I think. Anyway, joining me is world-class wrestling journalist Aaron Franklin. Aaron, how are we doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. I'm excited for this. Lou come up with it on the fly, and I think it's quite a good concept.
Cheers. Thanks, Wes.
I don't know where he got it from, but I can't wait. But we're going to get stuck into it. No more messing about. New show's full of that. Joining me as well is Lou. Lou, how are you?
Sure, I'm content and satisfied, Russ. So I've had a lovely burrito.
When?
For tea.
I thought you meant. I was going to say, yeah.
In between. No.
I was going to say, is that why it took 3 minutes between calls?
Normally I get the peppers and onions roast, but this time I chose spicy beans instead. It made it more packed and content. You know what I mean? There's less juice leaking out of it. It's just a really.
Is this a burrito from somewhere else?
I got delivered from Barbarilla, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got the meal deal.
Meat.
So I had what meat was it? It was beef, chicken, and chorizo all in the same one.
Wow.
Fuck yeah. Got a loaded one.
Chorizo sometimes has too much salt on it.
Yeah, well, they want a lot of it, right? Because it was like you picked two meats, but one of the options was chicken and chorizo. So I went for that one for one of them and a beef for the other one.
Clever. Out thinking Barbarito there, right?
Yeah, so I got 3 meats for the price of 2.
That's outrageous.
And I got some fucking churros there already.
Yeah, I'm not a big cinnamon fan though.
No, but you got the caramels. It's all about dipping sauce.
You can get all right ones from Marks and Spencer's.
Oh, they're good.
No, but they're all right.
Yeah,
cook them yourself if you want them.
Well, I can put them in my air fryer because mine works, so.
All right.
I'll be all right, mate.
I tried to fix mine with it. I think I'm broken beyond repair. I can't get it back together.
That's just good.
No, I tried to fix it. I knew.
I should have got you the air fryer instead of that microphone. Shouldn't I? Happy birthday, really.
Yeah, should have. No, because the other one's doing mine.
What, the microphone or the air fryer?
Yeah, both.
Yeah, sure.
Both of them work because they're both the cheap options. So.
Yeah.
There you go. And joining us, as always, is Bob Roode. I love the fact you get him out just for this.
No, right. Well, I do, but also because I have to get him out of the cupboard to use my washing machine anyway.
Right.
He just is in the way of the washing machine if he stays in the cupboard. So I have to pull him out every time I need to use the washing machine.
You got to do what's above Roode to do
Sunday is long day. Wank him off.
Right. He's needy, isn't he? Oh, Bob.
Yeah, he is.
I know he's not Bob Roode anymore, it's just Bob Roode.
Bob Roode. He goes by Robert in real life, doesn't he? In wrestling now, doesn't he? But Bob Roode.
Oh, I just love that.
Yeah.
Hands out, if you've not seen it, I think it's still on our Twitch on demand.
No, it's gone now. I forgot to download it. I'm really annoyed with myself.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
The look on Lou's face.
I forgot to download it. I was going to get Brian Alvarez to review on camera.
I'll have to buy you. I'll buy you one.
Yeah. It's just Bob Alvarez like this fucking idiot got a Bob Roode cardboard cutout. But
yeah. So Room 102. If anybody doesn't know of the Frank Skinner, it's been cancelled now. I didn't realise, but it's just on Dave all the time, isn't it? Yeah. It's been
cancelled in the old sense. Is it just no one wanted to watch it anymore? Not cancelled in the new sense.
No, not cancelled by World of Angry People on Twitter. Cancelled as in BBC not paying for it anymore.
Yeah.
Basically, we've all read the book. It's a George Orwell book. George Orwell?
Yeah.
1984. And there's a room on the one that's got everyone's worst fees in it. It's now been made into popular culture where you put things in you don't like.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it.
That is the gist of it. I've took over from Frank Skinner. And
bit of a downgrade, that, isn't it?
Whoa. Outrageous.
Frank Skinner's a legend, though, isn't
he? Yeah, he is, to be fair. He's hilarious in the first season of Taskmaster. And for me, it makes it worth watching because it's not great in the first season of Taskmaster.
Is it not?
Compared to the rest, no. There's a few bad seasons in it. There's one with Mel
The
Gibson.
most recent ones are rubbish because they just have rubbish people and they can't run out of people, aren't they?
They've run out of comedians there, aren't they? Are they going to put Scroobius Pip on that one point? Because he's like basically begging Danny to be on it.
Yeah. I don't know. The best series for me is the one with James Acaster, Phil Wang.
That's all you had to say. Was James Acaster. that was enough.
It's hilarious because I won't spoil it, but Phil Wang at one point decides he wants a rivalry with James Acaster, but only one task, and then he forgets. He puts like a sign up saying "fuck you, James Acaster," and forgets about it in every other task. It's worth. I think it's season. I want to say season 5, or maybe season 7.
Phil Wang was on the go that early on.
Yeah,
I saw him as an up and coming comedian at Glastonbury in 2017. I think he was up and coming at that point.
How many times did he mention his name?
Phil Wang. I mentioned it quite a bit. Yeah, what was his
I've watched one of his specials, and literally the first 10 minutes is just him saying Phil Wang.
Yeah. What was this guy? He made a really off-color like joke, the sort of joke that Aaron would make, and yeah, a lot of the crowd left. Yeah,
yes, he did.
Yeah.
So basically, we're back to room 102. I've got 5 wrestling categories. I'm going to spoil them all now. I will go through them in list. Aaron and Lou is supposed to, this is based on 3 people, but 2 people don't care about it. Aaron and Lou are going to tell me, and I get to decide which one of them goes in room 102, and then the overall winner is the one with the most in.
So this is completely different to Cultaholics version, though. So I think we're okay.
Yeah, good.
I don't think they can sue us.
No, good. I'd like to see him try.
Yeah. I want this litigious is Pachuti.
Yeah, I reckon we'll be fine.
Cease and desist.
We've got nothing to give him. Yeah. Come for us all, we've got nothing.
It's like, fine, we'll put our podcast on your podcast shoot if that's what you want.
Yeah, we'll do that. This podcast's like Ian Beale, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got nothing left.
Yeah.
Right, so the first category. I don't mind which one of you goes first. Who won the last quiz? Lou, you won the quiz, didn't you? Because Terry Peters left early. The New Year Spectacular. Listen to it. Terry Peters left. Lou ended up winning.
Yes. Terry Peters had to go to bed, didn't he?
It was absolute carnage. That.
That was on where he quit because she was slagging off his full manager mates. Right? That was
yeah. I wasn't slagging him off on his behalf.
Yeah, he didn't like it.
I was offering.
He had to take his YouTube channel down because of that.
I was offering out fights and all sorts.
He's not loaded for 3 weeks.
So listen to that. It's the January episode. Yeah. I can't wait for is it the 2 weeks time, isn't it?
No, it's next week's episode.
Is it next week the 2 year special?
Yeah.
Next week that's going to be absolute carnage as well. But Lucy, you're going first. The first category for room 102 is wrestler / wrestling personality.
Okay. Well, right. Well, I think we know who it's got to be for me, don't we?
Go on.
It's going to be Jeff Jarrett, isn't it?
Jeff Jarrett.
How could it be anywhere else?
Right, I'm going to say as well, I don't want the same answer from both of you. So if one of you says the answer that the other one wants, then
it's ruining that for me.
Quickly think of somebody else.
We'll have to alternate, won't we?
While Lou's talking, quickly think of somebody else.
Yeah. Right. So it's because
convince me why Jeff Jarrett should be in
because he ruins everything. Literally everything, right? So when does he debut in WWF? Like mid-90s, right? When was the WWF at its lowest point ever? Mid-90s, right? Thanks so much, right? So then he goes across to WCW, joins the Horsemen, right? In like that 1996, 97. When were the Horsemen at the lowest point ever?
Yeah, but when was WCW's highest point ever?
The man, right? Horsemen. 96, 97, right? Because WCW weren't winning yet. Do you know what? Do you know when they started winning? Around when Jeff Jarrett went across. Right? So what was he doing there? Feuds with China, right? Holds Vince to ransom. Spends a year there, doesn't he? Ruins everything. What was his biggest achievement in that run? Like shaving Howard Finkel's head, right? Then he comes back.
China once took his pants, I think.
Yeah, rubbish on it. Then he comes back. And this is the worst bit. This is the most egregious bit what he did here. He comes back to WCW. Inexplicably pushed as a top guy.
5-time world champion. WCW.
Something ridiculous like that. Slap nuts. Yeah. Rubbish. Like, did he? Sure, he hit Gary Cole on that guitar, and that was great. But the rest of his run Was absolutely pissed off, wasn't it? Absolutely ruins that, right? And then he goes to TNA. Well, he makes TNA. TNA should have been good. I have a lot of the same frustrations with early TNA as I do with early AEW, where it should have been good, but it wasn't. Do you know what I mean? There's a gap in the market. He didn't really capitalize on it because they were going all a bit daft in that and pushing the honors. So, King of the Mountain, right? Great concepts, but then he calls himself the King of the Mountain, kills that off, doesn't he? Planet Jarrett. Basically, just kills all the momentum, doesn't he? You've got Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and he makes himself like the new fucking Hogan, doesn't he? He's like leader of the NWO, but it's not the NWO because it's in TNA. Then he goes off to New Japan. I'm probably skipping a couple more years now, right? Then he goes to New Japan, joins the Bullet Club for one night only. When was the Bullet Club's lowest point? That one night, probably. Right? Infuriating. Then he comes back, knobs Kurt Angle's wife, right? We won't forget that's happened, don't we? Nearly kids. Then he's like, right, I'm going to form Global Force. Where's Global Force now? In there, is it shut down?
It did beat TNA, though.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, right? So they did the whole thing where they were going to take over, and then he did take over, and they won. Then he leaves, and he had to go back to how it was. Comes back.
Well, that's how it became Impact, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's just infuriating, isn't it? All the way through, he just ruins things. That's it.
Okay.
I mean, I've heard his podcast good, but I don't care.
No, I don't care for his podcast anyhow.
Yeah.
As well. He does ruin things. He had some good points, didn't he, though, Jarrett?
Nah.
Had some good stuff.
No,
about his work in Memphis.
No one watched it, did they? Okay.
What, Jerry Jarrett, though?
Well, also, he's working Memphis, right? So when was Memphis Wrestling his peak? When Lawler was there. When Lawler left, who was there instead? Jarrett. I mean, right? Killed it off. Yeah, that was what killed Memphis Wrestling off, I imagine.
He had a decent match with Mongo in our archives.
No, he didn't. He had a match with Mongo in his penalty match.
Yeah, decent enough for the one with Mongo.
He was like, right, he was that bad. He couldn't even replace Mongo in the Horseman.
I mean, not many can.
Not everyone can.
Let's not say things we can't take back.
I think, right.
I will keep Jeff Jarrett out there if you start slagging up Mongo.
If you include Jeff Jarrett as a horseman, he's probably the second worst horseman of all time after Paul Roma, because who cares about Paul Roma? But yeah, what's the point? He's the only member of the Horsemen, right? Right. This is a faction that included Chris Benoit, but Jarrett is the only one where people have decided retrospectively, actually, he was never a husband. Right?
He cheated to beat Mongo.
It's included Mongo. It's included again Chris Benoit, and yet Jeff Jarrett is the only one retroactively kicked out.
Chris Benoit is a great guy.
Oh, fucking hell. Right, I should win this round based on that going along.
So, right, is your issue then with Jeff Jarrett, the wrestler, or Jeff Jarrett, the person?
I think both at this point.
What about when we saw him at Something to Wrestle With Live?
Yeah, he was all right, wasn't he, I guess, at that point. But he's too late.
The damage has been done.
Yeah, the damage has been done to wrestling in general. And now he's on about, he keeps hinting that he's going to make a new wrestling promotion.
He's back in GCW.
We don't need it. Oh, yeah, he's back in GCW. Does anyone care about GCW anymore? Legit.
When was that at his lowest point?
No, but legitimately, right? He was on that big pay-per-view on it, and then it bombed in it because it was rubbish, and he was on that one against Effie on it, right? So probably through no fault of his own, probably purely because of all the time constraints.
Is Jeff Jarrett having some circumstances? What we're saying?
No, I don't think we are. I don't think it could be coincidence to tell us about fire, is he?
I don't know. I mean, Jeff Jarrett's obviously a talented wrestler.
Is he?
I mean, yeah.
No, if you can't get over, you're not a talented wrestler, in my opinion. No, on this bloody wrist locks in that. And it's not like he's even had. Do you know what I mean? You get some people, like, I guess, like Zack Sabre Jr., or like those types of people where there's some people who respect him as like a really good wrestler, but just don't connect with like the wider fans. I don't think Jeff Jarrett's an either. He's not had any like classic matches, has he?
Yeah,
I reckon if you go through the Meltzer or the Franklin Star,
what about his match with Mongo?
It wasn't very good. If you go through the Meltzer or Franklin Star ratings, I reckon his peaks are like 3 stars. If that, I don't think there's any higher.
I'd say the average is probably less than that.
A lot less.
Well, there's the Jeff Jarrett factor of the Franklin Star ratings.
So he's not had any. That's the thing. He's not had any good matches to make up for the fact that he just Can't get anywhere. He's not like Cesaro type or something where everyone like some people love him, but he just never really quite makes it. He's had all the chances in the world.
Have you seen every single Jeff Jarrett match? Because I haven't, and somewhere in there might be a 6-star match.
I just don't think it. I just don't think it's true.
But Jeff Jarrett smashed 100 guitars over 100 people's heads.
Yeah, I didn't draw a single dime.
Who was it who said that?
Probably
Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah.
Sullivan on National.
Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Nash. I don't know if it's Kevin Nash.
All the Kevs. Yeah.
It's also going to be on the NWA pay-per-view coming up in the title picture. So
probably the last NWA one.
Who's asking for that NWA?
Well, again, the NWA Championship. Was it ever the same after TNA? No, because Jeff Jarrett held it like 5 times.
I mean, I see what you're saying. I think maybe even a better match.
So he also killed off that prestigious championship as well, as what I'm saying.
So you're saying Jeff Jarrett ruins things?
Yeah.
He's never been out good.
I don't believe he has, Russ.
What about JARRET? Like,
it's okay now, but at the time it was really annoying, wasn't it?
Yeah, I hate that. I hate the way they say it as well.
Yeah.
What about that song he sings though?
He didn't sing it, Road Dogg sings it. So can't give him that. The one good thing that he does, he doesn't even do.
What about when he real awkwardly sang it at WrestleMania? No, Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it was the worst part of it, wasn't it? It was no Michael Pierce.
It was the worst part in the one with Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. I think you're letting your personal hatred get in the way.
Well, that's the whole point of the show, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. So Lou wants to put in Jeff Jarrett. Well, we'll see. Aaron, who do you want to put in room 102?
Nick Gage.
Nick Gage. You see, this is Lou knows already because I can't stand Nick Gage. Go on, tell me why Nick Gage should be in.
He's just a prick, isn't he?
Yes.
Like, he's probably the biggest prick in current modern day present wrestling. He's on the save. He's been to prison. He's just a prick to everyone.
He went to prison for armed robbery, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a serious offence.
And he was a proper arsehole to David Arquette. I don't know if has anyone seen the You Can't Kill David Arquette documentary?
No, I know about the match. This was his sort of comeback like 20 years later, wasn't it?
Yeah, really good documentary if anyone hasn't seen it. Sure you can find it somewhere to watch it. It's a really good redemption story. And obviously works the way through like the indies, goes to like work in Mexico, does like lucha libre stuff and manages to get onto I can't remember what company it's for. And then Nick Gage pretty much puts him in hospital. Like
I like the CZW, is it? I imagine.
I want to say it is bad. I'm not too sure. But basically like cuts him open way too deep. David Arquette ends up in hospital. Like, what's the need for that? Yeah, you might not like what David Arquette did in WCW, but it's not his fault because he wasn't booking it.
He also didn't want to do it.
He also didn't want to do it.
Yeah, people forget.
So Nick Gage is obviously just taking it out on David Arquette for something that was out of his control, essentially.
Yeah,
way too far.
Was he on AEW recently, Nick Gage?
Yeah, Chris Jericho match on it.
I don't agree with that whatsoever because he's scumming. He's one of these wrestlers, isn't he? He's never done anything at all, has he? Yeah,
he nearly died like 3 times in one of his matches. Have you seen on his dark side of the ring? And still
I've not watched it. I need to watch it.
You'll hate him even more.
But yeah, he's never done anything, has he? Yet he sort of thinks he has a say in wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't know why I'm doing this because it just goes to Aaron's cause. But I think he did descend to Brian Alvarez, didn't he? Not on the same level as, but he had his last match against him because he injured him.
Yeah.
Some sort of neck injury, I think.
Just unsafe. I always go on about unsafe wrestlers in the present era. You've got people like Seth Rollins, aren't you? But Nick Gage just a whole new level.
Seth Rollins could be accidents. Nick Gage is dangerous.
I think it's not. I think it does it on purpose.
Yeah, I think he does it because it's part of his like reputation, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just arguing for it.
Who actually finds this deathmatch wrestling entertaining? Watching two people near on kill each other, that's not entertainment.
No, I've watched some of the I don't want to slag off CCW, but some of the King of the Deathmatch tournaments. I've watched some of them, and I can't watch it.
No.
It's just
the barbaric out there.
Just sadomasochism, isn't it?
It's not wrestling for me because you're
I don't ever like the concept of blading, to be honest. At this point, I think we know too much now about our bodies that
headshots. I hate headshots with passion, unless it's something light. I mean, I get the light tubes and stuff, but I don't agree with what's inside them coming out. But it's not going to do much damage. Do you know what I mean? Some things you can hit. But yeah, I'm not a fan. Considering some of my favorite matches are hardcore matches, like I always say that Cactus Jack was Triple H at Royal Rumble.
Or the Norman Smiley.
Norman Smiley's full run. Edge Foley. But then even some of them I watch back and I wince.
But even those though, I think that those ones are more coordinated stunts, aren't they?
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go on someone's head with a staple gun or a cheese gun or something, damage in it.
The David Arquette situation, he used I'm sure, if I remember correctly, he uses a light tube, but he uses the smashed end of it.
Yeah.
And stabs him with it in his head.
Why?
Why would you do that?
You're letting these people be in charge of your body, aren't you?
Yeah.
New Jack got slagged off for the same thing that they with Gypsy Joe.
Yeah.
And I was going to say the differences between the matches I've just named, to make Foley ones especially, there's more than 12 people watching.
Yeah.
So, there's a crowd.
At least it's worth it, isn't it? Yeah.
There's a reason for it. Yeah, right. I didn't think when you opened this up with Jeff Jarrett, somebody else would be going in.
No, I started arguing that was the case as well as I was going on.
Nick Gage, I can't stand him. I agree. Aaron has the first one. 1-0 to Aaron.
Can I disagree?
You can't disagree, no. You found the one person I hate more than Jeff Jarrett is Nick Gage. I can't stand the man. I don't think, I mean, if you go to jail for armed robbery, you're an absolute scumbag. You shouldn't wrestle again.
Or Booker T.
Yeah, no.
Redemption, though, didn't he?
Yeah, Booker T doesn't still try to kill people.
That's true.
So you stop them, unless you carry Graves and you upset him about your commentary. Aaron, you won the first one, but you get to go first in this next one. So the next category is match stipulation. So the match stipulation you like the least.
Would have got on a pole match. Not to be mixed up with forklift match.
Yeah, I agree.
That's probably at the top. Just pointless, isn't it?
Mm.
Now, what's the difference between on a pole match, a ladder match? All you got to do is climb the turnbuckle. You're there.
Yeah, one's in the corner. And it doesn't end when you climb it, though, does it?
Yeah. Got to hit him with a brass knucks or with a chain. What's the point? Yeah, you're going to put something, wear something on the end of the pole, such as Terry Peters' meaning to live, something like that. What's the point?
Terry Peters' right to life.
Yeah.
I mean, go on.
There's been some awful ones, aren't they? What's the one in WCW you watched recently? I can't think what it was. Or is it one that I've watched on my own? Maybe I've been watching a lot.
There was the infamous coal miner's glove on at that time. That was the
was that Bubba Rogers?
He's in quite a few, he's in a few pole matches.
Yeah. The one I think of, the terrible one I think of, is Bailey Alexa Bliss. It was a Singapore cane on the pole match.
Yeah.
Bailey got the Singapore cane and didn't use it.
Mm.
And that was when Bailey's popularity started going down.
Yeah, it killed her.
Killed her.
What's the point? What Vince Russo, one of the worst wrestling minds in the business.
He probably listens to this because he listens to him all the kisses name gets said.
Not only did he push Jeff Jarrett to be world champion, he created the pole match.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. It's just a regular match, isn't it? And then they climb the pole, and then they carry on having the match. And there's no need to climb the pole.
They're just climbing a to the top turnbuckle and then reaching up.
Yeah, there's not a lot of point in it, is there?
You can't really get good spots like a ladder match, can you?
Like Cheeks can climb to the top turnbuckle. We saw that on last week's Sold Out show.
That we did.
If he can climb the top turnbuckle, anyone can.
Yeah,
big lad.
It's easier to climb because once you're on the top of the turnbuckle, you've got a big pole to hold onto.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, just stick with ladder matches.
Yeah, because if anything worth winning, it goes on top of a ladder, doesn't it? Instead of a pole.
Or a forklift.
Yeah. Just Judy Bagwell is the ultimate prize of wrestling. I think that can be. You slagging up Vince Russo, but the great man brought us that.
Was it him? Was it Flacco?
Was that when Bischoff was working with him again?
I think he'd just come back, hadn't he?
Is that yeah?
Both of them on it. Two great minds
together.
Created two great minds for that, didn't it? Yeah.
Two absolute polar opposites, but put them together, and this is what we've got: Judy Bagwell.
I mean, I'd give up. You don't need a ladder match for the world title. Just give me Judy Bagwell on a forklift match.
I agree. I think it's a damn shame it was only the ones.
But get rid of the pole matches.
Yeah, don't put her on the pole. Right, that's pretty compelling. Lou, your entry, please.
It's a bit controversial, but I imagine if you go and move on, you never see him again, right? That's the idea, right? Yeah. So, Hell in a Cell. Ooh. Hear me out. It was good. But name a really good Hell in a Cell match in the last 10 years.
Seth Rollins Edge.
Over you. Oh, yeah, actually, that was good.
Seth Rollins Edge last year.
Yeah, that was really good.
I don't think there's been one since, has there?
Shane since.
But I don't know. Like, it's just overused, isn't it? That was the perfect example of how it should be used. Not on its own pay-per-view. Just the feud needed it, so they had one. But before that one, and even that one, it was a really, really good match, but did it need to be a Hell in a Cell match? Was there any spots that couldn't have been done in like an ODQ street fight situation? Yeah. Don't think there was, because they have so many of them now that it just kills it, doesn't it? Free and then it's red. I hate the fact that it's red.
What about Shane McMahon, Undertaker? That was a great Hell in a Cell match.
I liked it in the arena when I was there.
Do you remember anything else though, apart from him?
But I did not like it watching it back.
Can you remember anything apart from jumping off the top?
Yeah, and he had like Shane McMahon an egregious 45-minute one with Kevin Owens, didn't he? Like, is it the same year? Or the year after?
They did a lot that year, didn't they? They did a lot of Hell in a Cell matches that year.
Same spot though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Was it the same year?
Sami Zayn pulled them off.
No, it must have been a year after because it was really very far, wasn't it? But I just think there's too many of them now. They don't mean anything. Like it used to be, there used to be one, maybe two a year. Blood feuds, it was a really big deal. Whereas like now it's just, it's June, so whatever, let's how much, aren't we? And actually, I liked it when it was only ever Triple H or Undertaker in them. And then they should have peaked when they had Triple H versus Undertaker.
That was like the ultimate Hell in a Cell match, isn't it?
Let's finish it off, yeah. And I think it should go. I don't think it should go away forever, but I think it should get rid of the pay-per-view. They brought it back this year, which is really annoying because they'll get it. And then they shouldn't have one for like 3 years. And then when the big announcement's like Hell in a Cell, it's like a big pop again, isn't it?
Yeah. Who would you trust with it then? Because obviously Undertaker and Triple H are going to wrestle.
Just whoever's in the feud that needs it, Ross. Who's willing to do a big bump? So Kevin Owens and someone.
I guess Brock Lesnar would take the mantle, though, wouldn't he? He's the most.
Yeah. If you want like a bloody brutal one, but maybe you can have a bump off the side and stuff, and you want Kevin Owens. And I know Drew McIntyre took a fairly big bump, didn't he?
Is your annoyance with the Hell in a Cell that they don't go out anymore? Is that
no, it's just that it's watered down. I don't even think you need to go out.
Brock Lesnar.
It's like you got your Lesnar and Undertaker one, and there's a few
the second best Hell in a Cell match of all time, I think, and it's.
But yeah, I don't think I think it's just that the matches now are just street fights that happen to happen in a cage.
You could do Brock Lesnar versus Austin Theory F5 off the top.
Exactly, that'd be cool. It needs its luster back, doesn't it? But I don't know. I think the red cage killed it off.
The red cage is awful.
Is it too big as well now?
And then it completely died with Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins, didn't it?
Bray Wyatt, Seth Rollins, and then let's not forget Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy.
Same show, wasn't it? Them two. Surely were.
No contest. That was not the point of Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just think that it's been watered down and ruined. And now they ain't got anything to replace it as well, because that was like the ultimate match, wasn't it? I don't know where you could go from that.
And
Punjabi prison, Count
Forklift
from
match.
Hell, Forklift match.
match.
What do you do
Yeah.
after Hell in a Cell?
And the Hell in a Cell sort of replaced the cage match. It's in the cage match anymore. Yeah, I like a cage match.
Yeah. Well, their cage match is always in the same, don't they?
Yeah,
It's
but
always-
I don't agree.
They
with,
always end
I
with
don't-
interference now, ridiculously.
Yeah, I don't agree with. I don't agree with referees opening the door of the cage.
Yeah, and then someone
You
slams
might
it
as well.
back in the face, and
Yeah,
then the other guy
I agree
wins
with that.
every
It's
time.
not
Yeah.
why the cages separate people.
Yeah. But yeah, so Hell in a Cell lost because I've had enough of it. I don't care
Yeah.
about them anymore. The
Especially
Edge versus Seth Rollins was good, and that was how it was used properly. But I think that's just the one exception. Before then,
Get
an
rid,
anomaly.
get rid of
Yeah.
Hell in a Cell. Bring back Tower of Doom.
Tower Doom.
Yeah,
What was the Thunder Cage or Thunderdome where it was like open?
Oh, I
but
thought the
it was like-
open
Yeah.
one.
But it kind of came in. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I say what you're saying with Hell in a Cell because I think it as well. I mean, we had that DVD, didn't we? The best Hell in a Cell matches. There's probably
Yeah.
more in the past 3 years, and there wasn't that full.
Well, that was it. Like, how many years to now? Like, I'm sure there's been over 50 now.
We
Yeah, I
worked
think
it out.
we
We
said
wait.
this. Yeah, we said
Yeah.
this. Yeah, it's not a feud ender anymore, is it? It happens to be they warm feuds up for it, don't they? I don't agree with the no contest because I can have
Well,
no
it's
contest.
yeah,
in Hell
it's
in a
like
Cell.
the last year where they had to do the I Quit match inside Hell in a Cell because Hell in a Cell didn't feel big enough anymore on its own.
yeah,
ridiculous.
So and I quit Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, how many have
Yeah,
we had now? Yeah, Edge versus Seth Rollins was the 50th one.
15
But-
years, what? 15, 20 years.
Before the Hell in a Cell pay per view started, there'd only been 16 in the
When did Hell
first
in a
10,
Cell pay-per-view start?
2009.
So in 11 years has been 34,
Yeah,
which is 3 a year.
it's just too many, isn't it?
Way too many.
Yeah, it is when they want to use them in other areas, other pay-per-views, isn't it? I agree with you. I don't like the red one. I think it's
They've
too
had-
big now.
They've had
The
dark
Cell.
matches. They had this year. They had one on SmackDown, one on Raw, two on the Hell in a Cell pay per view itself.
Yeah,
Just too many.
yeah. And they're running out of ideas of what to do, aren't they, with the Cell? Like you
So
said.
they had 5 Hell in a Cell matches last year. That's
Yeah, which is too many.
too many.
It's one every 2 months.
Probably more than cage matches. I've not googled that, but it's probably true.
Yeah, probably. No, probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the last classic Hell in a Cell match. All right, Edge of Everyone's was all right, but would it go in anyone's top 5 Hell in a Cell matches?
I think it would. I think it should have been a first time
Yeah,
match from
yeah.
Meltzer. Yeah, it's good. But it didn't need to be in the cell. They could have had that. Same with the classic Undertaker Triple H one. Didn't really need to be in Hell in a Cell.
They'd already fought each other twice. They're
Yeah.
both the kings of Hell in a Cell.
Oh no, but I mean just the
match.
The feud called for it, but the actual match that they did
Hmm.
didn't really matter. They're all just kind of street fights inside the cage now.
Yeah, they don't use the cell anymore. I mean,
No.
it was getting a bit predictable. Wasn't it? Oh, we'll go outside the cell now. Till
Yeah.
the 2003 Undertaker. Lesnar
Yeah,
match.
but even then they had the
Hands
spot with
down
him
match.
and where he's got his tie
In
for
the
it.
cell, yeah, they did.
Fucked him up, didn't
I mean, you going on a bit of a downhill. One of the best ever Hell in a Cell match was the Armageddon one.
he? Yeah.
Stands up to this day.
Yeah.
That was a street fight that went outside the cell. I see what you're saying with the Hell in a Cell. And I think I hate the pay-per-view. I hate gimmick pay-per-views anyhow. But I think you're cornering yourself unnecessarily. You know, like you say, it's not because the feud needs it, it's because the feud's in June.
Yeah.
It's the same with Extreme Rules and stuff like that. Yeah. Let's build the feuds up to have them. Like it's been, yeah. I mean, the one of the worst on matches I've seen recently. I mean, it's a bit harsh on them, but I don't like her any of Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair. Awful match.
Well, it's more an
Seen it.
angle, wasn't it?
Seen it a million times, aren't we?
Yeah.
Help.
But then I was sick of that match anyhow. But having said that, if someone was to say to me tomorrow, I've got 2 wrestling shows. One's got Hell in a Cell. One's got an on the pole match.
Yep.
I'm probably going to go to the on the pole match. Which one am I going to want to go see? I want to go see the Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, it's true.
We're saying this all about Hell in a Cells. There's been too many of them. However, did you not absolutely lose your shit when it was announced that Undertaker would be facing Shane McMahon in the Hell in a Cell?
Yeah, because it was unexpected, Ross. That's the point.
Yeah, no, but what was it was unexpected, but there was still 3 or 4 Hell in Cells that year.
Yeah, probably.
And the one before it. I still think Hell in a Cell does have a set.
Yeah,
maybe not. I've not for Hell in a Cell pay per view, but I still think there is a certain thing around Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, just get rid.
You get excited, but then it lets you down, doesn't it?
That's just gimmick pay per views. We talk about all the time, don't we? Just get rid of them all and just go back to renaming them all like Judgment Day and
yeah.
Completely agree.
It does get you excited, Ross, but that's why you should go and Women 101. What's that?
Why?
Women 102. Because it lets you down every time. On a pole match, you know it's going to be shit.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put another pole match in because if someone was to be announced, I'd still pop for a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, but then it'd let you down. So really,
I'd still pop for it though.
Yeah.
So it's 2-0 to Aaron.
Yeah.
So far we've got Nick Gage and on a pole matches. Hopefully Nick Gage is never on a pole. That will be the worst. Right then, Lou. This is your next category. You're starting with this one. This is non-wrestling. So what we mean by non-wrestling is not to do with the match. It could be anything backstage, anything around wrestling, but not actually involved in it. So it's not a gimmick, it's not a person, it's not a match type, it's nothing like that. Not to do with a wrestling match.
Right, I get what you mean. Well, I might use one, Ross, that I've already used in my famous Straight to Hell appearance on Culaholic. I'm going to use one again.
What?
All the stages looking the same. Sick of it. Raw, SmackDown.
Yeah.
I imagine the NXT Stand and Deliver thing will probably be the same as well because it's in the same arena. Isn't it? All the pay-per-views other than the big stadium shows, they all look the same. Thank God for the stadium shows, they're back because they make it look a bit different. But otherwise, it's the same set and all of them just different graphics. And it makes the games really boring, doesn't it? You know, like, we've got 20 different arenas this year. It's just the same arena with different graphics.
Don't matter. It's different, different colours and stuff, yeah.
Whereas, bring back the old days, like where they had the cars, Armageddon.
Backlash.
Oh, they had all the ladders, the backlash hooks, yeah.
British one, where they have the cars and the post box and stuff.
And the bus, yeah. They don't even do that.
And the telephone boxes and that.
Just take the old one.
Bring back the big one. SmackDown Fist.
SmackDown Fist.
That's when I stopped watching wrestling with the SmackDown Fist.
Yeah.
I agree. How are you going to
even a SmackDown Hoops? I felt good.
Yeah, how are you going to have brand differentiation when they're both look the same?
Yeah, and they started doing it, didn't they? But then post-COVID, just gone back to having them both look the same.
I see
they
why.
actually had a decent looking SmackDown set, didn't they? With the whole, those big weird curved screen things, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It just really irritates me.
I do agree. I don't like any of the sets now. I don't like all.
They're just
LED
screens.
Sets. Yeah, I don't like them.
I don't mind them being all LED because apparently it looks better on HD camera, doesn't it? Than like the old, the backlash. The backlash one, not the hooks. The one afterwards was apparently made out of wood, and apparently you could tell on HDs, which is how it's changed it. But yeah, I just see just big screens now. Just have different LED stuff. The WrestleMania ones. They're always looking pretty cool. They're all LED, but they're different shapes and that. Like the crown at WrestleMania 34, the mask.
Yeah,
that was all screens, but it looked different, didn't it?
There's a Judgment Day one where they have nooses, and if you look at the right angle, it looks like the wrestlers in the noose.
Yeah,
I mean, you probably can't do that anymore.
Probably can't do that now. But yeah, then they all look the same now. And it's just really boring.
You don't know what it's just if you see a Harley, you don't know what you're watching, do you?
Yeah, because by the time all the screens change, everything's the same. They've all got white ropes now on every show. Don't have coloured ropes anymore.
Yes, yeah. I remember when we went to WrestleMania 34 and Hall of Fame looked the same, NXT looked the same, Raw looked the same, SmackDown looked the same. Yeah, it's a bit upsetting.
Yeah. So that's my pick.
Is it stages? I don't know if it's stages, but different coloured ropes. Let's bring out different coloured ropes.
Yeah. I do like the fact they've got stadium venues now. When it looks a bit different, I like that. AEW are better at it because they run smaller venues, but it makes it look better, doesn't it? I think. It's much more interesting.
Classic MSG one. You knew it was MSG straight away because it was different. They're coming through a different way.
Yeah, they don't make enough of the venues now. They just try and make it look the same every week. If you're gonna do that, just run the same arena every week. Save your costs. Just go back in the Thunderdome. That's what you're gonna do. Yeah.
Go back, have a Raw zone or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
A Raw arena. Yeah, there's a lot of creativity left, is there?
Boring. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Unless there's something special, but
So John, we had Great Balls of Fire. There weren't even any balls.
See, Great Balls of Fire. ridiculous name for a pay-per-view. But in 2000, it would have been insane.
It would, yeah.
Big pair of testicles on fire.
Yeah.
That's what it'd be.
It would.
They could have done like the old driving thing and that, couldn't they? And all that kind of stuff.
That's what I mean. They just have anything these days.
And it would make street fights a lot more interesting, wouldn't it? When you use the environment. Again, I say it all the time. I'm against Hell in Cells, my favorite match all the time. But why? Because they use cameras on top of the cars and stuff.
Yeah. Well, you had like, Steve Blackman and
jumping off SummerSlam.
But you can't anymore, can you?
What was it? Is it Jericho or Kane? Or I think it was that match got covered in a wall of barrels.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, I think.
Yeah, and then Wade Barrett got all those chairs on him that time, didn't
he? Yeah.
Seen us at the set down, but you just don't have anymore, yeah. It's a shame.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. I agree, that's a good one. Yeah. Aaron, your pick for non-wrestling category.
Right, so mine is to do in relation to budget, right? So they've obviously released all these wrestlers to cut the budget, to make them more profitable. If they got rid of these stupid 3D graphics during entrances that are just pointless. They look shit. Like the Roman Reigns one looks nothing like him. Just slow motion on the whole of my TV screen. It's distracting me. I just want to see the Roman Reigns enter down the stage. You know what I mean? How much are they spending on these 3D graphics? It's probably in the millions, and only the people at home can see them. It's pointless.
That is true. Now I'm trying to think of when we was there. You can see them on the screens in the stadium, can't you? I think.
Still a waste of money.
But then I think that's the TV feed.
Yeah, it's just.
Yes, yeah.
They go slow motion. They look horrendous. They only do it for the bit like the top stars. You're only going to do it with the top stars. Just don't bother.
Oh, I think the ones I've seen. The Bootios cereal box, didn't they?
Yeah.
That was one. Matt Riddle had the beds for no reason.
Yeah.
Asuka and Mask, I think, didn't she?
Yeah, Becky Lynch has got like one where it's her, and Roman Reigns has got one where it's him. But they look nothing like him. They look awful.
The Roman Reigns was better though than when he used to have the big dog.
It was just a big dog.
It was a big dog, wasn't it? Michael Cole used to shout "big dog" repeatedly.
Yeah.
Still not great. Just get rid.
I'd rather just have like Awesome Pyro, to be honest.
Well, they did just replace Pyro, didn't it?
Yeah.
At the start, because they did ban Pyro, didn't they?
Yeah.
There was a period where there was no Pyro. Brock Lesnar used to look ridiculous because he used to do the same thing with absolutely no Pyro whatsoever.
Yeah, it's like you've accidentally turned it off on the game, and it's something like.
Yeah, but you can't. But he's credit to him.
You need to bring back the drones.
What?
I don't know if they all work inside, but they had. Was it WrestleMania last year? They had big drone
cameras on the drones. And...
No, not cameras, like lights on the drones. So they used to make different formations and that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for me, bring back Pyro. Get rid of these 3D graphics. Just make entrances feel big again. A 3D graphic does not make someone's entrance feel big.
No,
shit.
It does look sort of.
It makes production quality look awful. And they're probably spending millions and millions and millions of pounds on it.
And they must be spending that. Obviously, somebody has to design this, and you have to get them moving, don't they? And then you have to relay them over the top. And I think WWE, for me, anyhow, is too produced.
Yeah,
far too produced.
Could have kept some of these wrestlers that you've let go to AEW.
Yeah, I think it's an issue with production overall in WWE. I was watching Raw or SmackDown highlights. And I think someone got suplexed and the camera was to cut 15 times.
Yeah, God, yeah.
So every angle. It was about 2 seconds.
Or it cuts to a fan that's just not paying attention. That's what always annoys me.
And then when you look, they get rid.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one. I can see why they do it if they are cutting down other stuff. Getting rid of the pirate. There must be once you. Maybe it is expensive, but once you've done it once, is it then cheaper? I don't know. I'm not a computer sort of expert.
I don't know. A Pyro just looks good. It makes it feel big, doesn't it?
Pyro does look good.
You've got Brock Lesnar or Goldberg coming to the ring. You want a Pyro, Batista. You want to see the Pyro, don't you?
Yeah, and you don't want the Pyro to be covered by this massive 3D thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just distraction when you're watching at home. It just takes up.
On the other hand, really, really hate all the pay-per-views and stuff looking the same. I hate the fact, because I hate the brand split. I don't want them to do it anymore unless I'm going to do it properly. So as annoying as these big characters are, at least they're different. And I thought, initially, when I first saw it, I thought they were just for WrestleMania only, but they're carrying them on, didn't they?
Mm.
At least they're different. What really annoys me more, and look, you're getting away with this. You're going to win this one on a technicality.
Don't care. Point to point.
I'm more annoyed at the fact that the brand split's not a proper brand split by everything looking the same, and it's never going to be because everything looks the same.
No, that's what I thought. That was my point.
Do you know what I mean? I hate the fact Raw and SmackDown don't look different.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I thought when I said it.
And then in that sort of instance, because I hate my favourite period of wrestling was the Attitude Era. When I properly was into wrestling the most, I remember watching it. It was 2005, 2006, when there was a proper brand split. So I'm going to make it 2-1.
Yes, lads.
Who's going to win it with everything looking different? But the big 3D things are annoying. The bed. What was the beds all about? When's Matt Riddle ever?
Because it's high as a kite, isn't it?
I'll have kites then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've kites. So, Aaron, you're going first on this one.
Yeah.
So the next category is fans.
Yeah.
So something you don't like about wrestling fans.
Keyboard warriors.
Ah, right, okay.
Just everyone on the internet basically was a wrestling fan.
Yes.
They're all keyboard warriors.
It's going to be difficult for you,
though. Yeah, though, aren't they? Like, we discussed it on the news show. We got AEW fans. Oh, Cody Rhodes has left AEW. I don't like him anymore. Are you going to say that to his face? Cause probably knock you out, mate. Like, Lou's been there, where like he's made a comment and someone's like started an argument over it.
Unfairly trolled.
Yeah, like, can people not have opinions anymore about like people like just starting an argument? Someone start an argument if he was like in a pub with them. Just smack them, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think people forget. Yeah, you can ignore stuff. I often do it. I'm on Twitter. I'm scrolling. I see something I don't like, and then I carry on. Don't have to stop. Just
feel like there's just this elitist vibe going on lately between WWE and AEW fans, and they don't. AEW fans don't like anything WWE fans have got to say, and vice versa. Just argue over it. Like, it doesn't matter what you watch, what your opinion is. No, just enjoy. Just enjoy the products that you watch. Don't need to start arguments.
Yeah, I agree with that. If you like something, just like it. Don't then start shit on everything else to make yours better.
Like, you go back 20 years, 25 years. WCW fans and WWE fans didn't argue. Just watch the products that they liked.
Yeah, I mean, I know there was this big 83 weeks now, but I imagine both fans watch both.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
That's why the ratings were so high, because they're watching both, yeah.
Because people I don't know how the Nielsen rate would work or whatever. I imagine people were skipping in between both. Every time there's a break. Because you know the other channel didn't have a break at that time because they're watching both, aren't they? So you would watch. I mean, Bischoff used to say he'd try and start 2 minutes early so he could get them in first. So people were watching his until. Yeah. So, I mean, we've got now. It's more easier to record both. Everybody in the world has something that can record now, pretty much.
We're starting at the same time now, is it?
No. So you can watch both. I'm sort of on with that. You don't have to then justify why you like something by putting something else down. And if you don't like it, then don't like it.
Yeah, just ignore it. Move on.
No one's forcing you to watch stuff.
Don't start an argument with someone you've never met in your entire life.
Yeah, over something trivial. Like, nobody forces you. And if you're one of these people, say you watch it for work. No, you don't. No one cares what you think. You don't have to tweet to your 30 followers
Oh, I need to watch
David Pixar
AEW
fan.
this week. Yeah.
That I have to watch it for work. Well, if you're not enjoying it, don't watch it. No one's forcing you to watch it. Do it to yourself. Leave a mug. Oh, yeah. God, yeah, I don't know why I put fans in. It riles me up. Lou, what's your fans category?
So there's 5 categories, right? And I'm 2-1 down. So I need to win this one, don't I?
Needs to all.
And our spit's a pretty good one, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put in racist fans. Right?
The judge can be bought, and this is what we win.
Yeah.
Why don't you like racist fans?
I don't like fans getting racist on the internet. Oh, some of them taking signs, don't they? But,
Do they?
yeah, there's that AEW guy on there, I can't wait. But he got kicked out.
You should be going to call us ignorant fans because there's been a lot of and then now Rose gets a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was just need to make it clear today. Racist, transphobic fans.
Yeah.
What about fans that just take signs in saying "sit on my face"?
Yeah, all fans, fans,
just all wrestling fans.
All fans.
Yeah.
Anybody will if you bring a sign from home, if you put, I mean,
what have that?
Well, apart from Regal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite cool when the people buying like classy signs, wasn't it? Or like funny signs. People don't know, do they? But
then even back in the 90s,
yeah,
people used to bring signs saying Sable,
yeah,
give me a tongue bath or something.
Yeah,
like Sable's gonna.
To be fair, they're all saying on comment at that point, though, aren't they? Like,
yes, but we'll go with the Queen Zelina one. Sit on my face.
Yeah.
I think she's reading that and then thinking, right then,
yeah. But no, in all seriousness, because I did pick this one to win. But I think it was like when there was the whole Tony Khan racism commentary, and it was like, I don't think Tony Khan meant to be racist, but then fans were defending it based on, she's playing the race card, purely on the fact that they liked AEW, to go to Aaron's point. Rather than looking at the head, like looking at the situation as it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I think it happens a lot now, doesn't it? I think it does, especially with Bobby Lashley and Big E being the champions. You see the comments.
Oh, you see people crawl out of the work, and again it goes with the fits into the keyboard warriors, isn't it? The anonymity online.
Yeah.
You can basically people think that's why I hate the internet.
It's just the worst, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the internet's great. You get loads of stuff off it, but
the internet's great. Social media shit.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
Social media.
Internet. What was it? Internet gave you all the information at your fingertips, and social media makes you too lazy to use it, or something like that. Wasn't it? That was the one.
That's why people use social media for the news, don't you?
Yeah.
That's why they get fake news. Some people run news podcasts from a Twitter page, so because they don't keep up with the actual news. There's that. Probably two years.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my hands are tidy. Yeah. I hate racists, so. Lou has evened it up.
Thank you.
It's outrageous. You put Nick Gage in the first one, you're going to win. You put racist fans in the fourth one, you're going to win.
Yeah.
I can't do what else, can I? That's it. If you got racist thoughts, keep it to yourself, nobody cares. And then also go see psychiatrists. Looking out your head, doesn't matter. Right then, the last category. And Lou, you get to start with this one.
Mm-hmm. Do.
Because you were the winner of the quiz. You beat Terry Peters.
Yeah.
Controversial decision, some people would say. I mean, to be fair, you've always claimed you're the moral winner of every quiz.
That's true. I morally beat Aaron that time. Fact.
You didn't get your answers correct, though.
But I got Aaron's answers correct, so.
It doesn't matter because we won't do bonus points. You didn't get your questions correct and Aaron got his questions correct.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Agree to disagree.
That's not a quiz show as well. This is a wild card option, so anything at all can fit into any of the categories we've already had. It could be something completely different, something that just annoys you about wrestling.
Yeah, me to go first.
Yeah, you to go first.
I would like to nominate Terry Peters.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, that's the point in, don't I?
Never turns up. What he does is play football manager. He's just got some bad opinions on the rest of the general.
To be fair, he's been at the cinema now for 3 days straight.
Yeah.
Probably still watching the same film.
Where is he? He has had to watch like 3 or 4 films a week. Don't have time to watch a simple wrestling pay-per-view. 1 a month? We only watch 1 a month now. He doesn't do it.
2.5 hours of it.
He invites me around for WrestleMania and then tells me he's actually going out. So I'll be at his house watching on my own.
It's my favourite thing.
Legit thing that happened this week. So
explain the story. Go on, explain what happened.
No, well, Terry a few weeks ago. I think because you've been you're the Terry Peters of all saying I should never go.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I have a shoot job, to be fair.
He was just like, oh yeah, I could see you play on a Friday. Just come around to mine. I think at first it would play on a Saturday. I was like, come around afterwards, watch WrestleMania at mine. All right, that sounds good. But he was like, oh yeah, but we're actually going out to see Joe Lycett, so you just have to basically wait until midnight on your own in my house, and then we could watch it together. And I was like,
I mean, did he think he was going to accept that offer?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I didn't say no because I felt like, so if he listens to this, Terry, I'm not around. I did say I'd wait to see what Ross was doing, but
I am going round.
There, yes.
It's a bit more sense for you to come to my house, Joe.
Yeah, it would actually. Yeah, you're right. Cheers.
That's not bad.
So yeah.
Oh.
And also, I know because you got to pick it on you. So Terry Peters, my wildcard choice.
Right. Why? No, but right. Explain a bit more.
Oh yeah, just have. I was thinking
no. Apart from that, why Terry Peters?
Well.
You don't like Terry Peters?
Where is he?
In a wrestling context.
Well, you know,
but he said he had some bad takes. Go on, name some bad takes.
His favourite match is Vampiro versus the Pistons.
Those could beware.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Small.
He has the most smarky opinions out of all us.
Oh, he's the internet, isn't it? Yeah, Terry Peters likes what he's told to like. Yeah.
Is he that different to Sidgwick?
In general personality or?
I think both, yeah. Both.
Got beat by Wilder John.
Yeah. Ratings killer him and Spooky Skank, who was it? The romance storyline with Wilder John never really concluded, did it?
Oh, and he cheated to win that Battle Royal that time.
Yeah, because he just greased up, didn't he? He beat Ken Shamrock that time, which was really annoying. Ken Shamrock was never seen again.
Well, how can you?
Lost to Terry Peters, he was gone.
Some would say Ken Shamrock could have won. He's had did some mad dives or something off the top.
I had to go for a moonsault, didn't he? But it don't matter. That's what happened. So that's my pick. Terry Peters.
You had to pick against Aaron. You've got potentially the hardest job in the world here.
I've got to go big, and I'm between two things like that.
Go on. Say what is it? What's your pick for wild card?
Well, I'm telling you both because I can't use both.
Tell us your favourite, and then I'll see if it wins, and you can give us the extra.
Sidgwick.
That was my other choice.
It's just a prick, isn't he? Oh, AEW is the best. I only watch AEW because WWE shit. Fuck off, mate.
I've never seen a woman naked.
Like, you've ever seen a woman? If it exists. Get a life.
Oh, this is difficult because I can't stand Sidgwick either.
Like, I'd suck Tony Khan's dick if I could. Don't care, mate. Really don't care. Just quit because you're awful.
The most annoying bit about Sidgwick is his pinned tweet, and it's like, don't you think I can't remember. You lose, obviously, going to find it, read it out.
Sure am.
But it's along the lines of your wrestling opinion's wrong because I'm in the wrestling media world. When like you're all fans, he's changed it to his book. Has he changed it?
Yeah, but it was something like, if you think the wrestling media is co-opted, don't you think it's more like we all know what we're talking about? Yeah,
yeah. But really, you're not involved in any wrestling whatsoever. To my knowledge, he wasn't there involved in WCPW. He didn't know anything about booking the shows. Never been involved in any wrestling promotion. You're a fan.
It's just
no, he does do some
kind of fan, though, isn't he?
He did some consultancy for like North Wrestling or something at one point, I believe. Well, not that being on his LinkedIn page.
He's literally just the worst stereotype of a wrestling fan.
Yeah, it just seemed to be like.
I only watch AEW because AEW is the best. I don't really care, mate. He's one of these, isn't he? Oh, I've got to watch WWE for work. I really don't like it. It's not working it.
Yeah.
Do you get paid for it? Probably not. Therefore, you're not doing it for work.
What was his comments on Cody Rhodes leaving?
I think he tried to say he didn't really care or something, didn't he? I think he did. He made a point about him being a bigger star than he was before, so job done or something. I think it's
by all accounts.
He doesn't tweet as much about WWE as he used to.
You've read his book, right?
So I read the NXT
development fan. By all accounts, he's quite a talented.
He's a very good
journalist or writer, isn't it?
His research was really good, but he just didn't grasp the point of wrestling. Do you know what I mean? Like, he didn't think NXT was suddenly good because more people liked it. He thought he was literally saying they managed to get like an average of 4.5 stars per main event from Meltzer. Do you know what I mean? That was how he was gauging the success. I just thought, because I didn't even know Sidgwick at the time.
Right.
I just read it as the What Culture book, I think, didn't I? And I think I was saying like whoever was writing it didn't really get what wrestling was about. What
wrestling is.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is difficult, you see, because I don't agree with any of his opinions. I hate the fact he uses big words to try and look clever.
Mm-hmm.
Everything fucking transcends.
Yeah.
It's just like a headlock. Come on. Young Bucks do a headlock. Oh my God, they've transcended the wrestling business.
Mm-hmm. Right, if I'm going to put it into perspective, right, I'm going to go for a pint with a Sidgwick or Terry Peters. Who are you going with?
I've been for a pint with Terry Peters.
Yeah, it would probably be a lot worse with Sidgwick.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Aaron had a backup. Can I use a backup then if you're going to that subject?
Go on, mate. Right. This is unprecedented on Room 102. Room 101, I've probably never done that, but Room 102 is our own set of rules because I decided the rules. I'm going to give you one more wildcard each.
Okay. I would like to nominate the.
Yeah, I think we'll won't have to explain that one.
Too bad.
Aaron, what's yours?
Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, again, he didn't go in the first time.
I thought he's the worst, isn't he? It's the worst thing.
Yeah, he's the worst. And the names, you haven't put Dolph Ziggler in.
No, that's true, actually. I'll Bob Roode.
Static battery still behind you.
I've warmed to Bob Roode. He's really connected.
Oh my God. But then I am a Dolph Ziggler fan. Or was. Remember when we went to Dallas? I was obsessed with Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
But Terry Peters is that as fun as Sidgwick and Jeff Jarrett? This is it. Oh, no, I do. Fuck you guys. Call it a draw.
Oh,
try by the judge. I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
Balled it.
In my wrestling opinion, Sidgwick is worse than Terry Peters. Obviously.
Is it? Is it? Did he not murder the whole of 2000s wrestling? Yeah.
I don't want to pull at that thread.
Yeah. Jeff Jarrett killed the whole of WCW, so what's worse?
Oh, did it on his own. Did Jeff Jarrett do it on his own?
Yeah, couldn't single-handedly.
Oh, this is what you've done, Lou. This is what you've done.
I was going to just have that one mentioned and bleep it out, but that's a cut full segment now. I know. I'll find a way around it. It's fine.
I'm ended it there. It's a draw. Oh, Christ. Normally what happens on Room 101 is the winner gets an extra one. I don't think anybody wins here, do they?
We all win.
What are you saying? You're putting all four things in?
I'm going to have to, aren't I? Everything you've all said is going in.
Thank you.
Oh, Christ. This is why I wanted 3 people. Because I knew it would end up like this at the end, where somebody had to win.
So do we both get a bonus thing to put in?
Yeah, fuck it. Well, what else do you dislike about wrestling?
It's not wrestling related. Well, sort of wrestling related.
Go on.
Bale Nation Football Manager. Who watches someone play Football Manager? Losers. It's the most boring game. Then you're watching Terry Peters play Football Manager. Plus, he don't even care about his fans. Don't upload videos every week anymore, does he?
Hey, he's going through some stuff. It's been busy weeks.
Busy going to the cinema for 3 days.
I'll play Football Manager at the cinema.
Oh, this is ended in anarchy. You might as well have one.
I get a bonus one, and you have to put it in whatever day.
You can't argue it.
Yeah, because you both win, and I have to put anything in. Yeah.
Rey Mysterio's 2006 Royal Rumble win, the subsequent win at WrestleMania.
Go fuck yourself. No, I'm changing the rules again. It's not going in. You don't believe that. I'm not having that one.
Unrealistic, that little short fella.
What did I say? Yeah, Sidgwick and Jeff Jarrett is worse than. So you don't win.
Always do that.
You could have got one better there, Lou. Just said the whole of Batista's career.
Yeah.
Oh, right, no. Come on, let's not say stuff we can't take back.
He's a better actor than a wrestler.
No, absolutely not.
The best thing about him is Pyro.
Yeah.
He has also got, in my opinion, the best music.
Yeah, it's up there, isn't it?
Well, that was the weirdest sound of news. Edge's new music, didn't we? Anyway.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit boring, and someone said it was Alter Bridge.
Yeah.
Gangrel likes it.
Sounded very stock at the start, I thought.
Suits his character more, doesn't it?
Gangrel likes it.
There you go.
Listen to Fangin' and Bangin' this week. He was singing its praises.
Yeah. I should have picked someone else. Alison Howard.
Right. No, you've been absolutely ridiculous.
Right.
Have you read the book? Do you know the story?
No, I am.
No, well, I have, right? Yeah. So don't even come at me.
Mm-hmm.
Outrage. It was just going to be ridiculous, right? To put things you like in.
You can't. You're the presenter. You can't pick.
I'll have to decide my own rules. I'm putting in being a man in his 30s who's bought a wrestling belt.
Wow.
So
you'll find out 29 on the butt.
A man in his 30s who owns a wrestling belt.
Yeah, well, we all have to watch.
Man in his 30s who owns a cardboard cutout with Bobby Roode.
Yeah, well, that was good, isn't it? I've got a wrestling backdrop because I'm a proper wrestling podcaster, unlike you guys. So have that.
Oh, this is outrageous.
Professional.
You two single-handedly ruined Room 102.
I created it and I ruined it. So I did.
Right. Redeem yourself. What's happening next week? It's the 2-year special.
It is first. It's 2 years. It's a 2-year special.
We think we're all going to be here. However, Terry Peters has come down with a condition of spontaneous cinema trips. So whether he's going to be here or not, I don't know.
Yeah, which he only knows that an hour before I went to record, whatever.
That's spontaneous. That's spontaneous.
Yeah,
you can't help it. He just gets an edge and he has to go to the cinema.
Just infuriating. But I'll tell you what we're doing, Ross. Well, I'll tell you what we're doing. We're 2 years. You know, we've been here a while now. People, we hear us talk every week, but do they know the real us? Do they know the real wrestling around presenters? Because we'll find out.
I don't think people want to.
I think the first Christmas special was enough of that, where we just got drunk and spent 2 hours talking about nothing.
We're just, I saw an advert. This is what I'm basing the whole 2 anniversary on. I saw an advert on Instagram where it was get into, how to become a really good podcast host. So I'm just going to take us all through the steps. I've got an app that asks you, you just got questions in there that you just ask your podcast guests.
Cool.
So, like for this one, for instance, what business-related book has inspired you the most? Or what is your favorite? But there is a wrestling section as well. So
next week, are you hosting? Is this what we're saying?
I'll let you do the introduction, Ross. But then I'm just gonna guess now.
It'd be nice to be a guest. I've not been a guest genuinely. Not been a guest since the first episode.
Maybe we should do that for the 2 year one. I should present it again to go old school.
Old school.
Like the pilot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, fine. We'll do that.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Right, that's been room 102. Yeah. Good luck with this one, Lou.
That's some good choices in the end. I should do the right thing.
Yeah, well, I think I saved this. I managed to put everybody in who deserved to be in. I was going to say it wasn't as bad as I expected. It was 100% as bad as I expected. It's Wednesday tonight. It's the return. It's the first of a WWF WWW on 2K22.
It is awesome. That means
New gen console.
We're visiting the restaurant home for the first time.
Restaurant Dome or Restaurant Home?
Dome.
With Dome. Cool.
Yeah.
You've got big shoes to follow.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about us.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
But you'll do that Wednesday on twitch.tv/wrestleround. And then on Thursday, so a day later, Aaron gets to come back with Wrestled Out.
Yes.
Have you got? Is it a flexible card, or are you going to react to what Lou does on Wednesday nights?
My card's already done because I did it straight after the show.
Right.
On Saturday.
The confidence in the card, you're not bothered about what Lou's going to do.
No, just going with a story.
Yeah.
Got a few more debutantes this week.
That's exciting stuff. This is the best time to follow and then eventually subscribe to twitch.tv/wrestleround.
Sure is.
I can't wait. It's so exciting. I've been waiting months for this. Absolutely months. since when we sold out 97. Since then. Right, that's been room 102. Thank God we're not going to do that again.
What?
Well, it doesn't fit, does it?
It's a great concept.
It was a great concept, and you ruined it. You ruined it. Chandler Bing, classic. I don't care anymore. Next week is next week's the 2-year special. I believe we're doing a drunk cast. Is that?
Well, I am.
I am. I've got a bottle of prosecco behind me.
There we go.
Might want to get that in the fridge.
Yeah, it'll be in the fridge for next week. Cracking that up, and there'll definitely be 4 of us. There may be 5. Depends if Terry Peters pulls his finger up his ass. Right then, Aaron, where can we find you when you're not on the Wrestling Around podcast?
You can find me on the Wrestle Around channel on Twitch. And Frankenstein91 everywhere else on your social medias. Not that I really use them. But
you need to change the password and kick Lou out.
I can't do that.
Lou, where can we find you?
Find me at Lou Markham. I was fighting for world peace everywhere.
World peace.
Fighting for the rights of every man.
Mm-hmm. Fighting for what's right.
And child.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter as at the USA. You can find Terry Peters in City World Hall at all times. No, you can find us all at Wrestling Around. If you literally, I googled Wrestling Around earlier the other day, and we're like the number 1 or second thing, I think. Wrestling Around on Apple Podcast, number 2 on Google. Can't get much better than that.
What's number 1?
So there's loads of videos, annoyingly, all What Culture Wrestling. But in the top right, it says see results about Wrestling Around, and then it's our podcast.
Oh, there you go.
So
I'm still huge in India.
Yeah.
We've got Bill in Malaysia on, don't we?
Yeah, number 1 is www.list.co.uk, events, wrestling events, the list. Family friendly, native professional. I think it's just a list of wrestlers.
Wrestling it around the area, around your area.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Good stuff.
So number 2 would be out family friendly content. You can't get, can't say fairer than that, can you? Just Google Wrestle Around with a black and green. You'll find us. And that's it. Yeah, thank you everybody for listening. Aaron, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Lou, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Join us on Monday for an episode tonight. Oh, sorry. Bob Roode, thank you for joining us.
I don't want to reply now, isn't
it? Christ. Well, I think Bob Roode has been quite rude himself there. Closing the name. Join us on Monday for the Wrestling Roundup. If you haven't listened to last week or this Monday's show, then go back and find us everywhere you can find podcasts. And join us next week for our 2-year special.